This video will discuss the story of McLaren's Can-Am campaign under its founder, Bruce McLaren. Born 30th of August 1937 in Auckland, New Zealand, the young Kiwi was quick to impress in his Austin and local racing events. He eventually found himself racing for the Grand Prix Team Cooper, making his debut in 1959 at the US Grand Prix alongside Jack Brabham, who was one of the first Formula One drivers to notice his talent. He won his first Grand Prix in Argentina and was run-up to Jack Brabham in 1960. In 1965, McLaren left Cooper after some success to create his own team, Bruce McLaren Motor Racing, using a sort of coat of arms featuring a Kiwi above a Grand Prix car as a manufacturer logo. Whilst we know McLaren for their Grand Prix cars and now their road cars, their early years sit firmly in sports car success. Our story starts here, as McLaren designed his first car, the McLaren M1, under Group 7 regulations, where he saw success in the US. In 1966, under Group 7 regulations, the Canadian American Sports Car Championship, Can-Am for short, was born, and McLaren became one of the key manufacturers, both fielding cars under their banner and selling chassis to privateers. However, with some success in the altered M1B, there were no wins for the inaugural season, as they were beaten by the Lola T70 Spider of John Surtees to the championship, with Bruce coming third in said championship. In 1967, Bruce and teammate Denny Hulme arrived with brand new cars, the McLaren M6A, a completely new design made to utterly dominate Can-Am. The car was so quick at the first round at Road America that it lapped the circuit 10 seconds quicker than the previous year's cars, including the Lola T70 that many drivers were still fielding. Many put the incredible pace down to new tyre compounds, yet Bruce stated, "We believe the new car is 3 to 4 seconds a lap quicker than the previous years. The only reason we weren't that quick was because we were unprepared." In a 6-race season, the M6A won 5 races, in comparison to the MP44, which won 15 out of 16 races. So even then, McLaren were used to dominating. Bruce also won the championship. The 1968 season saw the introduction of a new car, the McLaren M8A, featuring a 7-litre, 430 cubic inch Chevy V8. Bruce and Denny were becoming known as the Bruce and Denny Show for their utter domination of the previous year. It was also Denny's turn for championship success, this time around as the M8A beat the competition 4 out of 6 times. Even with competition ramping up, they were able to stay well ahead of the competition, only finding trouble at a wet Laguna Seca and Bridgehampton. 1969 saw the introduction of the high-winged M8B and the customer M8C featuring a slightly lower wing. Alongside new cars came a longer schedule, expanding from the previous year's 6 to 11 races. McLaren cemented their dominating ways by winning every single race. Take that MP44 and Mercedes. With Bruce taking the title once again. However, tragedy struck in 1970, as on the 2nd of June at Goodwood, Bruce was testing the new McLaren M8D. Some of the rear bodywork gave way, sending the car into an embankment at Woodcote Corner. Bruce succumbed to his injuries and passed away at the age of 32. The whole team had to make a decision. Do they pack away the tools and dissolve the team, or do they do what Bruce would do and race for championship glory? The team chose the latter, and the M8D annihilated the competition once again. And this is where our story ends, with the unfortunate end of McLaren's great founder. The team is still a motorsport powerhouse and had continued success in Can-Am, but more prominently, Formula One. Although owners and directors have changed, it is the same old McLaren Bruce risked everything for.